Chosen ones, open your heart and spirit to receive this message. What you are about to read is not just words, it is guidance. If you have found yourself here, it is not by chance. There is a greater reason working behind the scenes of every event. A new chapter is unfolding in your journey, a profound shift shaping your future in a way you have never experienced before. The things you have silently prayed for, the hopes you have held onto with perseverance, are now drawing closer than ever. They are no longer distant dreams, they are becoming reality. Yet this is not merely a change in external circumstances. It is a powerful spiritual awakening, a wave of divine energy rising to position you exactly where you belong in the higher plan. A call is going out. You are being invited to leave the old behind, not out of fear, but because you are being repositioned under the guidance of the Most High. A safe haven, a sacred space where your soul will be restored, is waiting for you. As you listen more closely, you will notice the signs growing clearer, as if everything is beginning to align in ways beyond human understanding. To fully step into this shift, you must walk with it. Do not resist the flow. Let yourself synchronize with this new frequency. Before continuing, do 3 things. Like this message, subscribe to the channel, and comment with the number 999, a symbol of endings and new beginnings. This is your declaration that you are ready to receive what is being spoken over your life. If you truly belong to the chosen ones, you will feel the truth in every word. And you will know this is no game. A great movement is unfolding in the unseen realm. This is not an ordinary warning. This is a wake-up call. And you are part of the divine plan. The time to step forward is now. The order of heaven is shifting, and you are being called to move with this sacred change. This is not fear-mongering. It is a profound alert from above. The world you live in is trembling day by day, the economy growing unstable, peace becoming fragile, and darkness spreading rapidly. While many will be caught off guard, you are being guided to prepare in advance. You are not ordinary. You are not a random product of fate. Your life was never designed to end in chaos. You were born to withstand what would break others. Delay is no longer an option. Everything is beginning to shift. First in the spiritual realm, then gradually into the physical. And this shift can happen at any moment, in your sleep, in the middle of your workday, or in a moment of stillness. One moment is enough for everything to turn upside down. Do not hesitate. Do not ignore the stirring inside you. There is a call, clear and urgent, echoing. Act before it's too late. You may not see anything with your physical eyes yet, but your spirit already senses that something is approaching. An unseen rescue plan is unfolding, and you are a part of it. You are being pulled out of danger, both physically and spiritually, and hidden under divine protection where the enemy cannot reach you. Where the enemy cannot reach you. When everything collapses, and it will, there will be chaos, panic, and widespread breakdown. But you will not be abandoned. Remember, before the great flood came, Noah had already stepped into the ark. And now, you too are stepping into your own ark. A place not built by human hands, but ordained by God in the spiritual realm to shelter and restore you. What you are experiencing, the isolation, the weariness of soul, the sense of not belonging, is not random. It is the journey of intentional retreat. God is hiding you in order to reveal you, stronger, healed, and ready for your appointed time. What you experience in the physical realm may last only a moment, but in the spirit, it can be a long journey, where time moves differently. When you return to reality, you will not be the same person. A strange peace will cover you while the world around you trembles with anxiety. You will carry a new awareness, not learned from books, but as if downloaded directly from the divine source. This is the power of being placed in God's secret place. You emerge with eyes opened, your soul equipped, and your heart anointed. God is not limited by human schedules. While we are bound by hours and days, heaven moves in divine timing, the right time, which cannot be forced. What takes a lifetime for man to change, God can finish in a moment. So if you find yourself drifting between two worlds, disoriented, silent toward what once felt familiar, know this: you are not broken. You are being recalibrated, aligned with the breakthrough that is about to come. Sometimes you wake from a short nap, feeling strangely light, as if you've been renewed. That is no accident. While your body rested, your spirit was being healed. God was cutting off the roots of old pain, softening your heart, restoring the joy long stolen from you. You are not only being hidden from the storm, you are being rebuilt. While society rushes forward in exhaustion, you are moving to the rhythm of divine wisdom. You think you are slowing down, but in reality, you are accelerating from within. The weariness you feel is not from your body, it is the spiritual weight you carry for a collapsing world. God sees it. He is not only protecting you, He is upgrading you. You are being reset at the level of your cells, your DNA, your energy. The changes in your body, your mind, and your spirit are not random. They are a deep preparation for the role ahead. The sense of being a stranger to your own life is not a sign of confusion. It is an invitation into an entirely new chapter. Like a branch being pruned to be grafted into a new vine, your soul is being uprooted from barren soil and planted in richer ground. You are not lost. You are being repositioned. Do not cling to what is leaving. Open yourself to what is approaching. Separation is not a sign of loneliness. It is a sign of deeper intimacy with the Creator. He is silencing all the noise, so His voice can be heard clearly. Every disconnection is not an ending, it is a promotion. When doors close, when people walk away, when plans fall apart, it doesn't mean you've been abandoned. On the contrary, it is the intentional intervention of God. You've been pulled out of situations that would have drained you. There are relationships that seemed healthy, yet were quietly damaging you. There are places you long to hold on to, but in reality, they were depleting your life. So God allowed them to collapse, not to destroy you, but to set you free. You may not see the full picture now, but the day will come when you realize that every loss was actually a step forward. Every rejection is not a dead end, it is a redirection. You are not stuck, you are being refined. This refining process is not meant to keep you idle, it is a call to action. You may not feel it yet, but in the spiritual realm, a divine campaign is underway. New opportunities are opening, your instincts are awakening, and angels have been dispatched. Some exits may look like failures, but they are gateways. A relationship ending, a job slipping through your hands, a plan falling apart. All of it can be the very means of your timely escape. When God moves, He doesn't wait for you to be ready. He requires obedience, not certainty. Step forward even when you cannot yet see the destination. The door has opened. The time is now. Go to the sacred place. The place where your soul feels connected, in nature, in a house of worship, or in the stillness of an empty room. These places are not just physical spaces, they are portals of divine energy. There you will hear more clearly, feel more deeply, and receive unmistakable direction. This is the awakening. And you are the one being awakened. Set aside traditions and religious labels. God is not confined to rituals or temple walls. He is present wherever a sincere heart turns toward Him. When the chosen find their way to stillness, even for a moment, heaven responds with transformation. You are being invited to heal, to remember who you truly are, and to realign your life with divine order. One moment in God's presence can change what years have failed to touch. Sit down. Breathe slowly. Let that sacred space become the meeting place where God encounters you. When you step out of this season of repositioning, you will not be the same person you were yesterday. Lightness, renewal, and vitality will return, not through striving, but through deep restoration from the spiritual realm. The things that once weighed heavily on you will fall away. Stress, anxiety, even lingering symptoms in your body may begin to fade. Others will notice. They may not fully understand what happened, but they will see the change in you, a glow, a peace that cannot be explained. It is the visible trace of divine healing. You will walk with a calm that doesn't need defending. Your words will carry the weight of timeless experience. You will laugh as if you have never known pain. And not only your soul, even your body will be renewed. Your skin will glow. Your posture will shift. You will come alive, because when God heals, He heals completely. You are not simply lucky to be rescued. The protection over your life is the result of a carefully designed plan. The delays, the changes, the closed doors, they have all been orchestrated to lead you to the exact place you need to be. How many times have you narrowly escaped danger without realizing it? Those strange intuitions, those unexplained detours, they were not coincidences. They were the invisible shield. And as the world grows more chaotic, that shield will become more evident than ever. You will stand firm, not by your own strength, but by divine appointment. If your mind feels numb, your emotions muted, and you no longer seem to be pushing through like before, it is not a sign that you're falling apart. It is intentional stillness, like a patient placed under anesthesia before surgery. God is putting you in a state of quiet so He can heal you at the deepest level. He doesn't need your activity. He needs your surrender. Do not force yourself to stay alert. Do not try to do something. Let this cloud pass over you. On the other side are clarity, insight, and the return of your renewed self. This is not failure. This is restoration. You were not created to live in constant battle. You are stepping into a season of revival, where peace replaces fear, joy overcomes darkness, and grace follows you every step of the way. You are not simply a human being searching for meaning. You are a divine vessel carrying the code of heaven, sent to earth with a unique mission. You were never meant to blend in with the crowd, and because of that, you will never be buried under the chaos of this world. When the earth begins to shake, when man-made systems collapse, you will still stand firm. Not because you are immune to suffering, but because you are anchored in a deeper truth, one that rises above fear. You will not only survive, you will rise from the ruins. Like Daniel in the lion's den, the danger will not disappear. It will simply be unable to touch you, because you have been set apart, wrapped in purposeful protection. When others panic, you will carry an unshakable peace. You will be the light in the darkness, the anchor for those who have lost their way. That is why God is pulling you away from connections that no longer align with your destiny. He is not only separating you for protection, He is preparing you to lead when the storm comes. What you are losing is actually clearing the path for resurrection. This is not the end. This is the eternal beginning. Spiritual gifts will be awakened. Your discernment will grow sharper. Opportunities you once chased will begin to find you. What you thought was failure is actually a launchpad, and what you called the end is the opening chapter of a journey no one can stop. God does not just restore, He multiplies. If you feel confused, disoriented, unsure of your direction, do not rush to conclude that you are lost. This is the divine fog, a holy pause from God to shield you from doors that are not ready yet. Silence is not absence, it is a sacred whisper. Wait. That cloud, like in the wilderness of old, is a signal. Do not move without the call. Sometimes the greatest act of obedience is waiting. In a world racing at full speed, you are being taught how to rest. This is not stagnation. This is quiet preparation for a coming breakthrough. You are being held in the stillness. Even though you cannot see the path ahead, that is the point. When the fog lifts at God's command, you can trust that He will lead you safely. You are not abandoned in the in-between. You are being guided by the hand of God. What looks like delay is often His intentional redirection. You see a road that looks promising, and suddenly the door closes. A job offer falls through. A relationship ends. A plan once so clear now disappears. You wonder why everything changed. The truth is, God pulled you out of traps you did not see coming. You could not see it, but He was already at work. That relationship would have hurt you. That place would have drained you. That plan would have thrown you into battles you were not equipped to fight. God leads you not only toward the destination, He shields you from the poison and destruction along the way. Even when you long for everything to go smoothly, heaven sees the bigger picture. God's redirections are rarely comfortable. They may hurt, they may confuse you, they may even make you angry. But one day you will look back and see that it was grace all along. Grace for those willing to wait. Soon you will lift your head and say, "Thank you, Lord, that it didn't happen." You will realize that delays were never abandonment. They were divine redirections leading you toward destiny. You will release the grief of what was lost. You are not being left out. You are being redeemed. You are far too valuable to be wasted. Every uprooting has only lifted you to higher ground. The path you are on is leading to something far greater than you ever imagined. In the natural, you can relocate for a better environment, a better job, or a fresh start. But in the spiritual realm, movement happens in ways the physical eye cannot see. In the soul, in the anointing. God is positioning you in a new spiritual territory, one that aligns with the gift, the calling, and the capacity He placed within you. You have outgrown the boundaries that once contained you. The conversations, relationships, and habits that once felt so right now feel restrictive. Not because you are burned out, but because your spirit refuses stagnation. You are being transferred into a space where your gift can breathe and grow. This is your divine maturing. The new territory may feel unfamiliar. Old companions may drift away, while new ones will be sent. You sense you are not the same as before. Even if you are physically standing in the same place, something inside you is shifting. Prayers are becoming deeper. Dreams are growing more vivid, even prophetic. Your interests are changing. These are signs you are being spiritually repositioned. Do not resist the transformation. Embrace it. You don't need a moving truck for this transition. What you need is spiritual awareness. This move is not happening in the physical, but in the deepest places of your soul. God is taking you to a place where your spirit can dwell in peace, a new realm where you are being launched into a higher level of your calling. Yes, you may be losing something or someone, but it is not always punishment. It might just be mercy disguised as loss. The things falling apart around you are not random. It could be that God is freeing you from what would have harmed you if it had continued. Closed doors, cancelled plans, stalled relationships. Sometimes they are not failures, but timely interventions from heaven. Often, God protects by removing. A person leaving, a rejection, a delay. These are acts of mercy that need no explanation. God hears what you cannot hear. He sees the traps ahead that would have broken you. When He removes something, even when you do not understand or when it hurts, it does not mean rejection. It means you are valued more than you realize. Do not mourn what is leaving. If it leaves, its role in your life is complete. Do not try to live inside a chapter God has already ended. The breaking is not the end. It is the beginning of rebirth. Like a seed buried in the dark before it breaks forth, you too are in the cracking stage before rising. Do not rush to rebuild what God is intentionally tearing down. If it must collapse, let it collapse. If you must cry, then cry. But do not cling to what no longer fits the version of you God is shaping. The chaos around you may actually be a miracle in progress. In the silence, in the unanswered prayers, in what feels like emptiness, God is strengthening you within. This is when your spiritual roots are digging deep. Your character is being forged because the height to which you are going requires strength that comes only from the inside out. You are not being rejected. You are being refined. Your spirit is being trained to stand when others fall. You are not forgotten. Heaven knows your name. Your angels have not left their post. God's promises over your life remain intact. He is simply preparing you so that when the lights come on, you will not be crushed under the weight of answered prayers. The enemy has set many traps. Words meant to discredit you, relationships meant to betray you, distractions designed to slow you down. But the plan did not succeed because you are covered by a holy covenant. Before you even saw the danger, God intervened. Some friendships ended abruptly, not by accident, but because God saw the betrayal before it reached you. Lost opportunities are not meaningless losses. They are gifts in disguise. God breaks the snare before it tightens around your feet. What you thought was rejection was actually protection beyond your understanding. Psalm 124 verse 7 says, "We have escaped like a bird from the fowler's snare. The snare has been broken and we have escaped." This is not just poetic imagery, it is prophecy. You were one step away from disaster, but the blood of Jesus has covered you. You have never seen the invisible battlefield where angels have been fighting for you. Take a moment to give thanks, not just for what you have gained, but for what never reached you. You may have been spared from being trapped, broken, or compromised, and now you are rising. The snare is broken. You are walking boldly into your purpose. You have been faithful in the last season, steady, serving, obedient. But your spirit is stirring because your assignment is shifting. Your focus, your role, your territory, they are being renewed by God. What you once did will no longer fit where you are going. This is not exhaustion. It is your spirit announcing the closing of an old chapter. Your gift is growing. Your authority is expanding. Heaven is releasing new blueprints into your hands. Even if your heart feels restless, even anxious at times, do not miss these instructions. Trust and lean on God in this season of transition. Do you remember Elijah, cared for by ravens beside the brook until the brook dried up? That was not punishment. It was God's way of telling him it was time to move. When old provisions stop flowing, ask, "Lord, where do you want me to go now?" Keep your heart sensitive to his new directions. You will not only go deeper, you will rise higher. Assignments may change, but the purpose remains the same: to glorify God, impact souls, and carry life. Trust the new missions he gives you. He never makes a mistake when he sends you. He always provides for every step. If you feel hidden, unseen in your work, it is not because you are forgotten. It is because God has drawn you into a sacred place with him. It is not punishment, it is preparation. You are not alone. You are in a divine sanctuary. This silence is designed for you, to refine you, to build spiritual endurance, so that when you emerge, you will stand firm, carrying deep understanding. Use this time well. Read his word, pray, rest, heal. Let the silence strengthen you. When the light shines on you again, you will carry not just presence, you will carry the depth of spiritual training. The pause is not the end, it is destiny's careful preparation. While the world collapses into panic, you will walk with a calmness beyond human logic. Because you are not anchored to the news or temporary turbulence, you are anchored to the one who never changes. The peace you carry does not come from calm circumstances, but from a faith made unshakable through prayer and the Word of God. It is the peace that stands unmovable in the storm. While everything around you may fall apart, you remain steady because God is training your spirit to withstand the shaking without being swept away. Your calm will become a refuge for others. You will be the place they run to for light, not because you are flawless, but because you have learned to stand in the wind. Your ministry will be peace. You will not be pulled into the chaos. You will speak to the storm. Be still. When your soul is anchored in God, even the waves must obey. Do not underestimate the stillness within you. It is a weapon, a shield. Though systems, political, social, economic, may crumble, you will remain unshaken because your foundation is not built on sand. You are like a tree planted by streams of water, unwithering even in storms, because your roots run deep into the source of life. And now, as the earth shakes, the trembling is not meant to terrify you, but to realign what must be realigned. God is removing what cannot remain, so He can establish what cannot be shaken. Every steady part of you will stand as testimony to His faithfulness. You are not just being protected, you are being ushered into a new era. An identity stamped by heaven, a destiny that cannot be denied. Though some doors may close, they are only closing so greater gates can open. This is not the end, this is divine pruning, and you have lost nothing. You are being lightened so you can soar higher.